All right. Welcome in, everybody, to another deep dive.
Yeah,
This time we are taking a look at Andy Frisella.
that's right.
So if you're interested in entrepreneurship, self-improvement, maybe you're into fitness, you've probably heard this name. Andy Frisella.
Big time.
We've got a ton of excerpts here covering all sorts of his work, his books, podcasts, social media, you name it. I was really struck getting ready for this, just how much this guy is all about pushing boundaries.
Yeah, I mean, that comes through loud and clear.
Not just in business,
Yeah.
but in life,
Yeah.
So we're going to explore all that. We'll look at his background, how he built his supplement company, First Form International, his 75 Hard Challenge that's like blown up everywhere.
75 Hard.
That's a beast.
And of course, his really popular podcast, Real AF.
Yeah.
But I think you'd agree, what's really fascinating here is the philosophy, the mindset that drives it all.
Totally. It's way more than just, how to get rich or how to get ripped.
Yeah.
It's this whole approach to life.
Exactly. So let's start at the beginning. Where does Andy Frisella come from? What makes this guy tick? Well, his story, it's like classic entrepreneur, right? Starts his first business at 19. Hustling, grinding,
Wow.
builds First Form International into this massive supplement company. But it's not just the success that's interesting. It's that he's really transparent about the struggles, the failures along the way. And he uses those to teach, to motivate.
Yeah, and I think that's why he resonates with so many people. He's not just some guru on a pedestal.
Yeah.
He's real. He's raw.
Totally. And he doesn't sugarcoat anything. Like, his whole thing is you got to embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck. Right. Okay, so let's talk about 75 Hard. Because, everyone's talking about it.
Yeah.
What is it, actually? What are the rules?
Okay. So 75 Hard, it's the 75-day challenge, and it's brutal. You've got 2 45-minute workouts every day. One has to be outside.
Rain or shine.
Rain or shine, you've got a strict diet, no cheat meals,
Yeah.
no alcohol.
Yikes.
You got to drink a gallon of water a day, take a progress picture every day, read 10 pages of a nonfiction book every day, and no skipping. If you miss even one thing, you start over at day 1.
Oh, man. I mean, that is intense.
It is, but here's the thing. It's not just about the physical transformation. It's about building mental toughness.
Okay, so you're not just getting ripped. You're getting mentally tough.
Yeah. It's about discipline, resilience, pushing past your limits. And I think that's what's really resonating with people. It's like this antidote to the instant gratification culture we live in.
Right. I mean, everything's so easy now. We can get whatever we want whenever we want it. But I think people are craving that sense of accomplishment, that feeling of earning something.
Absolutely. And Frisella taps into that.
So what about the diet specifically? Is it like keto? Is it paleo? What's the deal?
He doesn't really prescribe a specific diet. It's more about principles. Whole foods, lean protein, no processed junk, things your grandmother would recognize as food.
Right, real food.
And the gallon of water a day, that's a big part of it. It's not just about hydration, it's about discipline.
Yeah.
Having to constantly refill your water bottle, it keeps you accountable.
Makes you mindful.
Ex-
Okay, so we've got the supplements, the hardcore challenge. But Frisella also has this massive platform with his podcast, Real AF.
Oh, yeah. Millions of downloads.
What's he talking about there?
I mean, he covers everything. Entrepreneurship, of
Right.
course. But also relationships, mindset, fitness, health. You name it, he's probably talked about it.
Right. And who's he interviewing?
He's got athletes, entrepreneurs, entertainers, even Navy SEALs. People who are high achievers in their fields.
And what's the common thread?
The common thread is always pushing yourself, getting uncomfortable, taking ownership of your life.
Yeah, there's this quote from him that I thought was really powerful. He says, comfort is the enemy of progress.
Oh, yeah. Classic for
That's simply saying if you're always comfortable, you're not growing. You're not challenging yourself.
Totally. And that's a message that resonates with me. I mean, it's easy to get complacent, to stay in your comfort zone, but that's where mediocrity lives.
Right. So Frisella's pushing people to get uncomfortable, to push their
Yeah.
boundaries.
Exactly. And it's not just about working hard, it's about working smart.
Okay. How so?
Well, he talks a lot about goal setting, but he has this really specific approach. He calls it your power list.
Power list. I like that.
So every day, you identify the 5 most important things you need to do to move towards your bigger goals.
Your non-negotiables.
Exactly. And you commit to those 5 things no matter what, even if you're tired, even if you're busy, even if you don't feel like it.
So it's about building that discipline muscle.
Yeah. Because he says motivation comes and goes, but discipline, that's what gets results.
Makes sense. And he's big on tracking your progress. Right?
Oh, yeah. He's all about accountability, not just to yourself, but to others.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Why are you personally drawn to Andy Frisella? What resonates with you?
I think, honestly, it's his honesty. He's not afraid to be blunt, to challenge people.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of us are tired of the sugar-coated feel-good
Right.
messages.
We want the real talk.
Exactly. And Frisella gives you that. He tells you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear.
And it's clear he's walking the walk, right? I mean, he built this empire. He's super successful, but he's still pushing himself.
Oh, yeah. He's constantly evolving, trying new things, getting uncomfortable. And I think that's inspiring. It shows that there's always room for growth, no matter where you are in life.
So, final thoughts. What do you want our listeners to take away from this deep dive into Andy Frisella's world?
I think the big takeaway is that we all have the potential for greatness, but we have to be willing to do the work.
Embrace the suck.
Embrace the suck, get uncomfortable, push our boundaries, and never settle for mediocrity.
I love that. Never settle for mediocrity. And I think that's a great place to leave it. Thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
And remember, keep pushing, keep growing, keep striving for your best self. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.